Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to LRGA Curves today. Thank you for taking your time to meet with me today here on LRGA Curves, y'all. Here on LRGA Curves. You know what? I hope you smash that like button and smash the subscribe button on your way in. Ring that bell so you can get notified next time your girl, LRGA Curves, uploads a video, and so you can become part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in the YouTube streets. You know how we do over here on LRGA Curves. I know we probably have some noobs in the house, and I want to thank you for taking your time, y'all, to come and play with us today. We have a special guest, none other than Dr. Heavenly Kimes of Married to Medicine is going to be joining us today. And not only is she of Married to Medicine, but she is also of Dr. Heavenly University, and so much more. Yes. Let's do some roll call, shake it up. What's good, y'all? What's good? Happy New Year. Come on in. Thank you for taking your time to come through today and spend a little time with us on LRGA Curves, like I've been saying. So, my camera was off. I usually do things with my camera off because, I was going through a transformation. Ta-da! 43 pounds. So that's what I've been doing. And I was waiting to do a ta-da with you guys instead of like little by little. I hope you can tell. I took a picture. I looked at a picture, a screenshot of when I started that program and of it the other day. And I was like, whoa. I mean, I still have more to go, but whoa. Anyway, I want to tell you. So I went on this weight loss journey. My Curvies know. That's what I call y'all. You can smash that subscribe button. You're an official Curvy. You could even become a member if you like. Let me see, which one should I do? Let's do some of this. And you guys know it's my birthday week. This is the second time I get Dr. Heavenly right the day before my birthday, January 17th. Not going to tell you the year, so there. But January 17th, so my B-Day is tomorrow, and Dr. Heavenly will be joining us today. I'm really excited about it. The streets have been hot. With Dr. Heavenly talk, the streets have been hot. Ooh, hot potato. We get her here on LRGA Curves today. Super excited. California cutie, thanks for coming through. First one in the house, and you're so cute. You really are IRL. I see you've been on your lifestyle journey too. Good job. Keep up the great work. Matthew Evans, the next 2 hours cannot come quick enough. That's what I'm talking about, Matthew. That's what I'm talking about. Excuse me if I'm like, a little glitchy or whatever. I changed freaking cable providers. That's a story. Congratulations, Curves. You got this. Should be interesting. In any direction the conversation flows, I will listen on my TV. Really? I'm on the TV? Ooh, I finally made it to a TV, y'all. Ooh, right on. Yeah. ST just posted her so-called proof of, I saw that BS. All it is comments talking about people believe it could have happened and why. It's like not one shred of proof. I mean, and if that's the proof, then no wonder Letitia hasn't left yet. I mean, no wonder Dr. Heavenly hasn't left yet. Shalita, thanks for coming through. I appreciate it, girl. We still got to get up here and talk about this together, okay? Because I would love to hear your POV. Jazzy came through. Marcella came through. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for coming through. These are all fellow content creators here. You guys need to check them out on these YouTube streets. Lenny Denise, thank you for being a member, and thank you for coming through today for this freaking interview. Yeah. Nin 518, what's good? Nini 518. Yes, smash that like button. share this video. This is going to be plosive, as in explosive. Yes, because there's so many things being talked about, especially with this no proof about Dr. Damon. Please, that's not happening. Yes, right on. Thank you for being here. Bianca Edwards. Yes, happy Tuesday. Thanks for coming through. Sebastian. Yes, thanks for coming through. I have been loving Dr. Heavenly for so long, ever since even your mama. I don't mind a good your mama. I'm from Oakland. We used to say your mama things in Oakland all the time. You gotta, hey, we used to literally stand in a circle on the playground and do a thing called the dozens and be like, your mama this, your mama that. And people would go home crying, talking about, Mom, I love you. Because you had to sit there and endure this type of talk. And I know it's super juvenile, but it's not the end of the world. However, the other day on the live on Phaedra's channel, and Sweet Tea said her mom was, in hell and all that. But then, good old Dr. Heavenly, she works it in. She's like, yeah, she there and she could still, yeah. So, okay. But it looks like our special guest is here. I want to welcome our guest, Dr. Heavenly Kimes, to the house. Thank you for coming through, Dr. Heavenly. How are you?
I am doing amazing. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Can you guys hear us okay in the chat? Right on. Okay. Yeah, right on. So we can all hear each other great. And we are happy that you're here today. We've been loving what you're serving us on Married to Medicine. And a number of us who have benefited from your Dr. Heavenly University, as well as your 5-day challenge, also see the value of that you bring. And my comment is always, what is it, Dr. Heavenly? Thank you for doing the Lord's work and helping the people.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Right on. Well, I hope you're well. You having a great day, I hope. Yes.
I am on the move, but I'm having a great day.
Right on. Yeah, you got to keep it moving. Hey, 2024, we will do more. So Absolutely. That's what we're doing over here in 2024, okay? I have so many questions, and I did have some people, they want to ask questions. I'm old school pen and pad. So we're going to be all over the place. You know how I get, Dr. Heavenly. I'm a little squirrel. But it all comes together beautifully. It ends up beautifully.
I love your background. It looks like you've spent a lot of time and effort into your YouTube channel. I love your background, your sides, and then you put me at the bottom. That's amazing. You did a great job. Great job.
Oh, right on. Straight goosebumps. Thank you. I was working on that.
Good.
Thank you. I appreciate
it looks really good. Yeah, for
right
sure.
On.
So you're an insurance agent. You sell insurance, right?
Yes, and I do the kind that everybody should at least research and do their due diligence and
the whole
talk
life.
to a professional about not only whole life that builds cash value, but also the family bank style, the $1 million baby, the way that you can be your own family bank and create generational wealth and have it protected in a vehicle that is life-changing. Yes.
For sure. Yeah, the IUL, yeah. I got you. For sure.
Yes. And, so let's jump right in. Last week, we had that huge freaking blow up on Phaedra's thing where they begged you to come on. Also, they could talk poor Sweet Tea out on a ledge and tell her to jump. And then when she catches smoke and fire, of course, you're to blame. Okay, one thing people should know is I'm a Heavenly's angel. This is going to be a little biased, but we are going to ask her some hard questions too. Okay?
Okay, all righty. Let's do it.
But how did you feel about, did you feel a little ambushed in that moment?
Not really. I understood what it was, Sweet Tea, she's a sweet girl, and I think they just pushed her up to doing some things and it kind of went to the left. But, it's all well, it ends well, I
Right.
really do hope that she's able to have children. I pray for her every day.
Yeah, and that is the prayer right now for sweet tea. Um because obviously you want that. When you sent the emoji, you wanted that. So, and you know that he wanted it. And so that's the reason why we all want it for you. And that's kind of why I'm a little confused, because you're on a show, you talk to us about it, and now we find this out. And I feel like a logical question would have been, can I do this before I get on TV? Like, that's a huge, like, question just for me personally, but that's the kind of person I am too. Like, I would
Yeah,
rather know than not know. I don't want anybody to have nothing over me. You know what
right,
I mean? So
for
I'm
sure.
gonna need to know that so I can present my facts to you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's
I,
kind of what you were saying. What were
I
you?
honestly feel like she probably knew before the show. I don't know for sure, but to me, if I was having some issues, I know maybe I would think the average person would think like I am as a doctor. If you have some issues, you look it up yourself. There's so much information on the web. Even if the doctor does not diagnose it, you say, hey, you know what? I may need an ultrasound. When I go in for my pap smear, hey, let's take it a little further. I'm having these issues. Can I get an ultrasound? That's just me. But maybe, maybe I think different. I don't know.
Well, no, obviously you don't think different. You're a micro of the macro mind. Obviously, we
I
all think
mean,
in
when it comes to your body, you should.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, I'm glad at least she's finding out now, according to what she's saying. And I feel like Phaedra introducing Quad the way she did on the show, that kind of got overlooked by everything you said at that party, when I feel like it was a logical question. If you are sitting here crying at your bridal shower about 14 G's and all this other stuff, and you said these other things to us, the statement literally would have been in front of her, Dr. Heavenly, if she would have sat there long enough and not been arguing with her sister in the bathroom. But
Yeah,
instead,
hmm the
yeah,
interesting the interesting thing is her whole budget for her wedding was 10,000. And I don't know if they played it or not, but Phaedra was saying her cake cost 10,000 at her wedding, so it was a small budget. I don't know. I don't know. I know Quad said that her wedding cost a whole lot more. Not being messy, but when it was 14,000 more, she lost it.
right.
She lost it. So
Yeah. Yeah. And just a logical friend, again, here you go being a friend, helping the people. It's just like, well, do we need to do this today? Does this have to happen tomorrow? Like, you seem a little stressed.
let me give you the 45 version. Let me give you the quick version of what it was. When I met Sweet Tea, she's a sweet girl. She really is, but she's very green. She's very innocent. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw her, I know the whole story with Quad and Greg. I know probably more than anybody knows about what happened with them. And I know they said it on the show, so I'm feel free saying that he's very controlling.
Yeah.
I took her under my wing with Dr. Heavenly University, and I told her, hey, you know what? You have to have a plan B just in case this doesn't work out. So I was telling her everything we learned in Dr. Heavenly University about getting your universal life. We're talking about storing your money in gold. We talked about putting your money in money market savings, maximizing your 401k, your assert plans, all that. And I was just giving her a whole lot of advice. And I was telling her, you need a stream of income that you don't have to work for. So lo and behold, she says she liked tea, right? And I think the last episode, they did show some tea. Her tea is delicious. I told her, you need to find a way to monetize and market your tea, right? So I'm bringing her under, my umbrella of Dr. Heavenly University. And we're showing her, and she's saying, I want to do a line of teas. And I said, well, you know what? Maybe start out with one and then put out another one every month so you have something to market, right? She wanted to put some kind of medication in the tea, like medicinal tea, but she said she wasn't a doctor. Long story short, I was telling her everything. You don't have to be a doctor to say, hey, turmeric does anti-inflammatory. So go ahead and get your white label, private label. I gave it a guy to get her e-commerce store up, everything. I don't know if you were there at Dr. Heavenly University, but I think her husband didn't want her to grow. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
it was like that's where the issue came. He was in the background of the Zoom, and people heard what he said, and then now she got embarrassed. But honestly, I was just trying to help the girl. And when we went to the bachelorette party, I was just telling everybody, listen, is she really ready to get married? It looked like they're rushing into this because she's saying they got all these issues. And everybody was like, it seems okay, but I don't think people knew what I knew. So I felt like, let me warn this girl and tell her, hey, you know what? You don't have to rush and do this today. You don't have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, and you always helping your friends. And
Trying
I
to.
saw the build up before the show. You had her on a number of your lives. It really looked like you were trying to get to know her. She was at your daughter's going away party to the FAMU thing. And you guys even went out even after that. I saw a live or two after that
Yeah,
in a
she said that
restaurant.
she was upset that on my live I mentioned her endometriosis. But if you watch the live that she did with me, she actually talked all about it. So I didn't understand what the beef was. I don't know if she was making a beef, but she's not. I'm not gonna say she's not bright. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that she's not. She's very green. That's a better way
Right,
to put it. And
right.
you try to explain stuff to people, but I didn't understand why she was upset, but she was, and I knew that live what it was. Honestly, how many people in this chat room? I want to have a one-on-one conversation with you, but
We
honestly, I
know
knew what was going
94.
on.
There's
Okay,
only 94, but if you say what you about to say, we're gonna have more.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I was just saying we wanted to take the attention off of other things that were going on social media. So I came in with that intention. I was playing, hey, who said I was old? I don't give a damn. I got my
Yeah,
man. And then it
yeah,
went to the left when I think Phaedra said something like, "It's the show is about to start," and I said, "The hell with the show. We need to talk about who old." And she said, "Your mama in hell," and that kind of threw me for a loop. Like I was like, and then I don't even remember what I said after that. It was just,
yeah. It was kind of Tasmanian devil after that. It was just like, well, the gloves are
so.
off now, but she
But
started
I
it.
apologize to the girl. I hope she's able to have children. I know that's something beautiful. I have 3 beautiful children, and I wish that for everybody to have kids and have a loving life and everything she wants in life.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
also, I'll tell you this, I told her this as well. If you have a child with a man, somebody, I don't know Greg, I just know what I know from Quad and other
hmm,
people that were around him. If he's controlling, I was just telling her if she has a baby, that's going to be her baby. So understand she's already overwhelmed because she's a millennial. They can't handle too much at one time. I said, if you're going to have a job, you're going to be making food for him every night. Understand that's your baby. You're gonna have to do everything for the child. Now, if he holds the baby, he's gonna say he's helping you. So understand, before you have a baby, be ready to have a baby. So I took under my wing as an older sister or whatever,
yeah.
and try to just give her some real advice. Honestly, with being married, starting a business, all of that.
Right, right. And that's very on brand and on character for you as far as like what I've seen, but I also choose to see it. A lot of people kind of choose to allow you to be the villain in these situations. So like you're right now saying you're sorry to a lot of people, that's not even going to be enough, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we can't please all the people all the time, as you know, Dr. Heavenly, you know. So how do you feel about being the villain on the show? Like, are
I
you?
don't mind. I don't mind at all. I don't. I mean, I'm gonna ask the questions. I'm inquisitive, and I think that if people bring something to the table, it needs to be explored. So I don't mind being the villain if that's what they want me to be. If that's what they say I am. I don't think I'm the
Yeah,
villain though. I think I'm actually probably the nicest person. I really do think that.
right.
I know y'all think it's funny, but I really know, and I really am. The nicest person. I think I got a definitely hard shell for a reason.
Hmm, hmm.
But I think inside I'm really nice and I'm a pushover. And people know
Right,
that.
right. Well, that could lead us into how you felt about finding or realizing that you felt used by Quad, and how did that even how did that even happen? Like, and
I
was it like a damn situation? You like really
Yeah,
Heavenly?
yeah. I'm realizing a lot of different things now. A lot of things are coming into fruition right now. But honestly, at the time, I was feeling like, I hadn't heard from Quad. I felt like me and Quad were cool. Now, do we hang out every day? Absolutely not. We have two separate, very different lives, right?
Right.
So, when we start filming and doing the show, whatever, we real cool on the show. We kind of play off each other, and I think it's great TV. I think that when Phaedra Parks came, I think that Quad felt like she didn't need me anymore, right? Like to
Mm,
play off and be, cool on TV, which is cool. I'm like, okay, I'm friends with Jackie, I'm friends with Simone, other people are coming in or whatever. But I
Right.
felt like she hadn't called me the whole time we were filming. And then the night that we were going to that the girls trip, Phaedra called me and she said, I can't take Quad. I'm not going to take her on this trip. And I said, why? And she said she felt like she was getting too involved in the stuff. And every time she brings Quad around, she ends up being in a mess. Because, Toya had cursed Phaedra out about bringing her to the bridal shower. And then when we did I call it the
So more
resurrection
than
with
what we
Quad.
saw on TV, she got
Oh,
cussed out.
absolutely. Oh, yes. And then the resurrection with Quad got out of the casket. She was supposed to own some stuff, take accountability, and all that. She didn't. She basically talked about what people did to her, so it didn't go
Right.
well.
We
And I
saw.
think, and I think Phaedra got frustrated, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Listen, I done brought you to 2 events. I'm not gonna bring you on Toya's trip to ruin her trip, because her and Toya don't get along."
Right.
So when she got off the phone with Phaedra, Quad called me, but she didn't know that Phaedra had called me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I ain't heard from you all year.
Hmm.
Why are you calling me now? And I knew what it was because Phaedra wouldn't bring her. So now you need me, and I got a soft heart. So I'm like, get somebody else to do it.
Right.
So that's how that went.
Whoa. So at the dinner was even more said from you that we didn't see. Were you
Oh,
like,
absolutely, absolutely. We
right?
have to, and y'all. I think y'all will get all of that at the reunion. It was so much said. It was so much. I mean, y'all got probably 7 minutes of a 7 hour conversation between the dinner and then when we went back to the hotel.
Hmm.
And Simone told her to go back home. It was a lot, and they didn't show it, but I didn't know why they didn't make it more like what actually happened. Quad
Yeah.
came in and told us, basically, she was just there for a check. She didn't want to be there. She basically
On
gave her
camera,
ass
like
to
the
kiss.
camera, the film was rolling and she said these things.
Right, but she was breaking the fourth wall. So she was
Yeah.
saying, I'm not on camera. I'm not here. I'm here to get a check. So of course they didn't play it because we play it as if it's a TV show, but it is real. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, so a lot of things happened then.
What was the at that funeral? Because I called it. I when I did my review, I was like, obviously, Quad went rogue. She was at the
She didn't
resurrection
do what she was
and
supposed
went
to do.
rogue.
She right.
That went so left. So there was some kind of kerfuffle at that also that we didn't get to see.
It was a big blow up with her and Toya. I don't know if they played it or not. I
No,
skimmed
they
through the
didn't
show.
play anything. All they showed was her standing up in the thing and then tell everybody what they did wrong and everybody rolling their eyes. And that was pretty much it.
Now at the repast, like when we were sitting down eating, I don't know if they showed that, but they showed us eating, and it was a big blow up. I mean, everything's relative, and she said she didn't think it was that big of a blow up, but actually at that table, Quad said she didn't want to come to Toya's event. Why would she come? So I didn't know if she was coming or not.
Yeah.
All I knew was they said that Phaedra was supposed to bring her, but then the
Mhm.
last minute, the day before, Phaedra tells me she ain't bringing her. So I don't know.
Right. And then she reaches out to you and you're like,
I
you're not using me for this rodeo.
my thought process was this is Toya's trip. I'm not gonna ruin Toya's trip. Toya has been a long time coming, getting her business off the ground. I love
Yeah.
all the ladies, but I don't want to bring any negativity to her trip. You see what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
honestly didn't know if Quad was coming or not. I
Yeah.
figured she would, but
Well, speaking of Toya, I noticed that, people used to go get so mad and sensitive on Toya's behalf because it felt like you were going in on her. And you were a little bit,
yeah.
but everybody goes in on everybody. I feel like actually her and Dr. Eugene, just in their live on Sunday, they were on Phaedra's channel and they said some not so great things. But if you say anything back, that's going to be what the problem is, usually. You know what I mean? So, how
First and
is that?
foremost, I don't like the men getting involved. I think it's like this is between the women. I don't know. I didn't watch the live. Excuse
Yeah.
me. I'm sorry.
No
I didn't
worries.
watch it. I didn't watch the live, but I don't know if the men. I don't think the men would have said anything negative because I
Mhm.
know Damon doesn't get involved in women's business and the gossip and all that. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I didn't watch the live. I don't care.
Right on. I know you take it, it's all water off your back. And that's part of why I appreciate your stamina in being the battery, carrying the show on your back, and being willing to stir the pot, get it started, whatever the people want to call it, because we need it. Because, like this Capricorn says, with shout out to the Capricorns, last episode was a snooze, bring back quad. And not the
I don't
entire
think it was
thing
a
was a
snooze. I
snooze.
think that we were actually getting to know the people and
Right.
developing the storylines.
Hmm.
And I get that, people have where they want something, either really they want an emotional factor. Either it's really funny, it's really sad, it's drama or something. But some of the episodes have to be fillers where they have to explain the story of what people are doing. So I didn't think it was a bad episode. I just thought it was a filler episode trying to lead up to what was going on after that. That's what I thought.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. We can skirt. Okay.
And I can't
So,
see the question, so you have to tell me.
oh,
I can't see them.
oh no, that question was that was the quad question, wasn't it? Oh, people want to know, will Simone's sons ever get a job? And we don't usually talk about VP, uh, the
I
one
want to know
who.
when my sons are getting a job. That's what I want to know. So I
Oh,
think
speaking of that, for the kids, on Bravo, there's been chatter about bringing on the kids onto some of these housewives show, kind of as like the next generation of housewives. How would you feel? Because both you have two children in dentistry, three children in medical profession. How,
three of them want to. My middle boy is the one that's been accepted to dental school, so I would
oh,
just say him
okay.
for sure.
So right there you have it. So
Okay.
have you guys ever thought or been approached by or fathomed? Do you think your kids would like that? Like what are your thoughts on that?
I heard about it. I don't know if it's the same situation you're speaking of, but Alora likes the film. Alora
Hmm.
likes that, so
And
I
she's
think she
glorious and she grew up before
and,
us and
and,
she's
and she has tough
awesome.
skin. She's a lot like me. She has tough skin. She laughs at stuff. And yeah, she's very funny. She's very hilarious. So yeah,
I could totally see her being an anchor on some type of ensemble
but we're not
cast.
housewives, so I don't know if that opportunity would come to our show because we're not
Mhm.
housewives. You know,
Well, even like the generation of medicine, like generational medicine tree within a household, that's awesome. That's legacy. I mean, we need some more black excellence. I would watch it. I would watch a young person navigating dentistry school and then opening a practice. That would be interesting kind of for me to watch, like personally.
absolutely,
I don't know what
absolutely,
people
yeah.
think. But there is this rumor, Dr. Heavenly,
What's
the
that?
freaking rumors, that people are saying you support Martell Holt for something. And I'm like, I know she interviewed him,
See,
and
see the interesting thing about that LRGA Curves is all I said on my live was that I've had verbal disagreements with him and he was not aggressive with me. I don't
right,
follow this show. I don't know what's going on in this show at all. Since I've interviewed him, I haven't really watched it. But all I
right,
said was there's three sides to every story. That's not showing support. That's just being true. Like it's three sides to every story. But think about this. I'm a millimeter. I love Melody Hope. So I didn't even
me
know what
too.
happened
Yeah,
with the arrest. I didn't even know who he was arrested for. I'm assuming either it was her or the child's mother that he had from the other lady. So I don't know anything about that. When people asked me about it, all I said was I don't want to comment because there's three sides to every story. And when I had an experience with Martell Holt, he was not aggressive with me, and we had a very heated disagreement. He never stepped over the line, in my opinion. That's all I said. I'm not supporting
right,
Montel because I
right,
don't even know what happened. But I said it's three sides to every story. And I was also saying it's very difficult when you're on reality TV sometimes to keep your cool. And I was saying sometimes men, because I get this from Funky Dineva, men get mad too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they
mhm,
get upset too, and sometimes they express their feelings. That's all I said. I wasn't supporting him. I was just giving a
right,
different view of what could be.
right, right. And that could be appreciated. I mean, unless people just feel like making you a villain.
I mean,
But
I stand on it. I stand on it. I think there's three sides to every story. I do.
yeah,
But I don't know
okay.
their story. Hmm.
Right, right. What do you think about Funky Dineva? I know you and he are friends, and a lot of people have issues with Funky, but you let people, that's one thing I appreciate. You let people's issues with people be their issues, and you treat people how they treat you. So I know you and Funky are cool. You both have that Florida flavor. And so that whole thing that just happened over on Fox Soul, one of my curvies was like, ooh, ask Dr. Heavenly if she knows what really happened.
I think what really happened is what he said happened. There was contract negotiations, right? He
Hmm.
asked for more money. They said that they couldn't do it, and then he went out on his own. And then he went, which I thought was clever. He went live at the same time the show comes on, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he feels just like Quad does. If I'm no longer on the show, I'm good. If I'm no longer on the show, stop using my name for likes and clicks. Just like Quad is telling me to keep her name out of my mouth, but Quad is a part of this story, so I'm gonna talk about her anytime I need to. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But I get Funky
Okay,
Diney, but there's no reason to bring him up over there on TGIF. That's his feeling, and I think it should be
right.
respected. You know, that's my thought.
Yeah, and
But
it's a
that's what I
news
know.
show. I mean, unless he's making news, there's really not a reason to bring him up. There's really
That's
not.
that's my
It's not
thought.
like your situation you're saying with Quad being part of an ensemble cast for seasons and seasons of different people's storylines and having interactions that have nothing to do with newsworthy. So we get you. That's
Right,
valid,
and,
valid.
and and don't get me wrong, I love Claudia. Me and Al had a disagreement, but I don't dislike him, so I'm not saying that. I just think
Hmm.
Funky Dineva's feelings is if I'm no longer on the show, stop freaking talking about me. That's what I think.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I think.
So that's good to know. While we're talking about that also, um, a lot of people, I already know the answer, and anybody who wants to watch our last interview can also go there for the answer. And I'm pretty sure it'll be the same because you're consistent. But a lot of people feel that you talk about, let's say, Contessa. We don't even have to mention Sweet Tea. But they felt like when you were talking about Contessa, it was because you were deflecting from something in your life. Now you're talking about Sweet Tea because you're deflecting from something in your life. How do you respond to people that say you deflect and don't
What am I
share
deflecting from?
you
I feel like
exactly?
honestly, I swear to God, I thank God every day. You know what I'm saying? My life is not perfect, but damn, I'm blessed.
Hmm.
But I only talk about situations or ideas that people bring to the table on the show. There's a lot of things I know that have not been brought to the show. I would never talk about. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
on my lives, only thing I do is answer the questions based on what you guys have seen on the show. That's
Hmm.
my story, and and sometimes I get it mixed up because sometimes I don't know what played and what wasn't. So I may mess up sometimes. Nobody's perfect, but for the most part, I only try to talk about what's on the show. And what it does is when we review these shows, and I was so excited to get Carlos King because he's
Hmm.
very popular and he understands shows. So all we're doing is actually reviewing the show to bring more eyes to the show, you know?
Yeah.
So, but the one thing that's probably not good is that when me and Carlos King watches the show, because he's a producer, he tells us what we should do better. But we uplifting our show. I think it's good. I think that last episode was good, but it's a filler episode. But I do get, and I don't know if all of my castmates get this, that people want the drama. They want the issues. They want the problems. They want the funny. And when you don't have an emotional factor in the show, people gonna say it's boring, even if it's
Right.
developing the storylines, if you will, of the characters. So I
Yes.
think that for me, knowing that, and I know what it is, and we've been 10 years in, I feel like the editing should trickle in the drama, the funny fact. You know what I'm saying? So it should be
Mhm.
something every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes that's going to ignite the viewer, if you will.
Right.
That's
Right.
just me. And I'm just a dentist. I don't know production, but it just makes sense to me that we
Yeah.
do have the footage to do all of that. So why not do it?
And those are really good ideas. And you actually should get a little producing credit on this season in having the foresight to bring in Sweet Tea and then circle
I
back to
can't take
Quad.
credit for I can't take credit for Sweet Tea. I cannot. I think all of
Hmm.
us had a relationship with her based on her husband being
Right.
friend, not really friends with. Well, I'm gonna say they friends, but Damon refers patients to her husband. You know what I'm saying? So she was already in the loop. And we talked to a lot of people about coming on the show. So Sweet Tea was just a chosen one. I mean, we had talked to a lot of people. So when you say that, I talked to a lot of people. So I can't take full credit because we all knew Dr. G and we all knew who he was dating. So
Yeah, yeah.
it wasn't totally me.
Well, I don't know because even she's like you, and we appreciate
I
it.
think she was told to say that. I think that honestly Sweet Tea has spread her line. But the interesting thing about it is you can be you can be fed your reads, but the execution has to be there. Like for example,
Right.
when somebody told her to say your mama, I don't think they
Mhm.
meant her to say your mama in hell because that kind of took it to a different level. So
Right.
you have to be intelligent enough. Nobody gives me my reads, but I think she needs help. And I'm just saying hypothetically, I don't know this for sure, but I'm almost positive. Somebody is telling her what to say, but she does not know how to execute it properly.
Mhm. Mhm. Right. Yeah.
Because I know her. You know what I'm saying? I know her.
Mhm.
She's not swift. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Mhm. Well, bringing her on the show though has added a dynamic that we have never seen in reality television, never been done before. And do you know the damn OC is trying to do something right now where Shannon Bedora's ex-boyfriend is getting ready to date Alexis Bellino and she's coming on the show as his new fiance? So you
Hey,
started so
repetition should be flattery. It should be we
mhm.
should be happy that we did something good that other people are trying to follow and do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. So they're doing it too. But you are always helping the people. Now, when you bring people on the show, everybody wants to know what happened to Audra. Why is Alicia here? What happened to Audra?
Alicia is my friend. I met her in D.C. when we were up there shooting, and they were supposed to have a show called Married to Medicine DMV or
Oh,
D.C. or something. But that
uh-huh.
show didn't come into fruition. So I think she moved here because she wanted to be closer to her family. And you know how they
Oh.
cast every year they do a casting call,
Mhm.
and because I knew her, and so they brought her on in. Actually, she has a very compelling story, and it's very interesting to me that they're not showing it. You know what I mean? Like if you say
Yeah.
it was boring, no, Alicia is actually a firecracker, if you will.
Well, we can't wait
She's
to see more of her if that's the
I don't know if
case.
they're gonna show it. I don't know if they're gonna show it. I don't know.
We
I
only
don't
have
know.
like what, 5 episodes left or something like that?
Right, we own 10 next week, so and we have 14, and then we shoot the reunion next week.
Whoa. Speaking of reunion, okay. So, is it true it's a floral theme for dresses?
Yeah,
Does the seating chart for Married to Medicine matter the way it does for Real Housewives? Whereas the person closest to Andy somehow had the most going on that season and is like queen of the show.
no, I think that because this is a medical show, they have Dr. Jackie and Simone usually seated up front. Now, one time they had myself and Toya seated. I think that was just one season, but pretty much they always have the same seating chart. But hell, it might be different this year because so much is going on. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
shit, I
Yeah.
think they should put Sweet Tea up front. She got the most going on, in my
Right, she
opinion.
does. She has had a lot and she shared a lot this season, you
Yeah.
know.
But
You
one
said
rule of thumb with reality TV is you don't give them all your business in one episode, one season. That's just not intelligent. And they got all your tea. What else they need you for? You see
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
You don't put all your business out there the first season.
Right. Just like you don't tell the guy everything ever on the first date
Oh no,
and
you don't
all of
ever
that.
tell them
Yeah.
ever. Not on the
Right.
first date, on the last date. While you married, you never say everything, and that's what I was telling Sweet Tea. Stop telling your man everything, because once
Right.
he realizes he's trying to stop her from growing, if you will.
Uh-huh. Well, a long time ago, somebody said something about Dr. G feared, perhaps allegedly, that she would become like Quad and get kind of fancy and, and kind of like outgrow him in a way.
She said that. Did they not play that on TV? Because she said that when she was sitting with me at the dinner table, and they said, she got drunk or I got her drunk or whatever.
Mm-mm.
She said those things. She said that Dr. G doesn't want me to grow. I think she said something to the fact that when she tried to get her hair done, he was like, um, now you're trying to turn into Quad. And she was like, dang, Heavenly, I was just trying to get my hair done. I don't know, you
Oh
know what I'm
my
saying? I was
goodness.
like, girl,
Yeah.
you got a lot on your hands here.
I
He
feel
didn't want
like
to
it
get
could
her
have
to get her
been.
hair done.
That's crazy. Whenever, I catch her lives, and whenever she goes live, he be coming in the room talking about stuff. He wants something to eat. She needs to hurry up. And I'm just like, okay, hey, I love it. You love it. I love it. And,
But I think a lot of men like that. I think a lot of men want somebody to cater to them and be
mhm,
at their beck and call and I think that. But American women, and especially if you're going to bring her in a group of women, because I always say you 1/5 of the 5 people you hang around. If you
mhm,
see these boss women doing what they do, it's only natural for Sweet Tea to want to do more. You see what I'm saying? So
right,
if you bring her around her, I took her under my wing and was like, hey, Dr. Heaven University, I can show you how to have 8 streams of income of your own. You know what I mean?
right, right.
So you're not totally dependent on. I was like, get a life insurance policy on your husband,
Yeah,
just for GP before you get kids, okay? Have a policy on the child when they first come in. I
yeah,
was just telling her everything she needed to know about gold and silver. I was telling her about insurance. I was telling her about money market savings. And mostly I was telling her to start her own business so she has something coming in without her working all night for it, like some kind of online business. And I
right.
was the one that told her to go live, but shit, monetize it. You know what I'm saying? And put your tea down there so you can
Yeah,
market what you're doing. I don't know if she's done that
exactly.
as of late. And even in the midst of our argument, it was a tweet and it was being facetious, but I was telling her, monetize your account. If you're going to go in here and talk all this shit, get the account monetized because I'm a firm believer that all publicity is good publicity. And once this show is done and over, it can't last
Mhm,
forever. You can take those millions of followers and do something else with it. It's all about PR. So
right,
use this platform for everything, milk it for everything it can be, because they trust and believe they're gonna milk you for everything they can out of it. So and then have something that you can use later or some kind of product. That's why I love Kenya Moore and her products and Candy with her restaurants and everybody that's doing something with the platform.
right. Well, there are some people that kind of, it almost feels like they refuse to do anything with the platform. Speaking of which, Dr. Simone is excellent this season. I like that we're seeing this part with her and Cecil kind of transitioning to empty nest, like you and Dr. Damon. How has Dr. Damon and you been handling this new empty nest? Like, are you guys like, yeah, what's good?
Well, if you watch the show, it's kind of different because Simone them, and I think it's jokingly, she's actually happy that her kids are leaving, like pushing them out and laughing. Saying you got one more year. We actually were really sad when our last child left. In fact, if you watch the last episode, Damon actually cried during the green screen when they kept asking him about it, and he's not a crying guy.
Oh, we
So it
saw
was it was
that.
it's
Oh my
it's
God.
bittersweet actually. We're proud of our kids, but we miss them. And at the same time, Damon and I have been able to spend more time together. It's just us now. It's just him and I, at the house. So we spend time walking and talking. We talk more than we ever did. So it's just a different chapter, if you will, of our life. But now Damon is not the one to be on social media, taking pictures, doing videos, that kind of stuff. He's not that guy.
Right, right. Well, we saw that somebody posted though the other day that he's a lifesaver. He's
Oh
not
yeah,
on social media, but people post about him really
yeah.
helping their life out. So shout
And the
out to Dr.
interesting thing is when I showed him that, because he's not on social media, I showed him. He says that happens every day. God works through me, and he gives God all
Yeah,
the glory. Damon is really an awesome man. He's a really awesome guy.
he really is. You are blessed and really favored with that man because a lot of people are struggling to even find their person. And you have him, and a lot of people say, "How does he stand you?" Is does just like, well, how does he? And I feel like you guys balance each other though. He seems really
I
quiet. You seem
I
really
think that a lot of times people on the show are watching a show. They don't see a certain side of me that he sees, that Jackie sees, that everybody else sees. Because if that was the person that y'all show on the show for that 7 minutes, I don't think any of these women would want to feel with me, right? The part that they
right.
show. So I feel like once you come in this situation, the position that you have on that show is that's the person you're going to be. So you could try to be somebody different on the show, but they're going to pull you back into that character. So I'm who I am. I ask the right questions. I'm being me, but
Yeah.
I think I got a gentle soul. I really do. Now I do get mad. I'm impatient with people, so
Mhm.
that's my ticker.
Yeah, impatience is a real ticker for a couple of people I know. But Do you watch any other shows? Are you familiar with like the Housewives and Garcelle over there on
I
none of
love
that?
Garcelle. I see her all the time. When I was in LA, the last time I saw Garcelle, she's a beautiful soul. But I remember Garcelle as Fancy on the show with
Fancy,
Jamie
yes,
Foxx.
Jamie
I
Foxx
never
show.
have seen the Housewives show. I don't know her in that capacity, but she's always been
Really?
warm. And yeah, when it's like BravoCon. When we go to BravoCon and you see another sister, it's almost like, hey, girl, you know what I'm saying? Even the
Yeah,
girls from Dubai or whatever. I don't know the Caucasian women, and that's neither here nor there. But the black ones, it's almost like a sisterhood, even if we've never met each other. And I see Ashley Darby or Candace
yeah,
Dixon or whoever, because Giselle, it's like a sisterhood. And we're like, hey, girl, and we give each other hugs and we actually exchange. I was happy to meet Karen Huger. She was amazing.
I bet. She seems
And
amazing.
it's just exciting to meet the ladies because they're all amazing. But I do not watch any of the shows. No,
Oh,
I'm
right on.
busy. I'm busy. I
Yeah,
work.
you're too busy helping the people, doing your thing, you
Right.
know?
Hmm.
When has Toya ever been taking accountability?
I
When
don't know.
has she ever had her intervention moment? Like, because a lot of viewers are like, Quad just had to have hers. Simone and Cecil kind of had their kind of thing. You had your moment at Contessa's house.
Yeah, call that
Dr.
woman Contessa still. Her
Jackie.
name is
Yes, we
Contessa,
still
but
do.
everybody call her. Yeah,
Dr. Jackie had her whole thing where they had, and I just don't know that Toya gets held to the same thing that she even holds Quad to. And I'm not sure. Do you feel like, is this show based around Toya? Like, are we confused?
I do not think the show is based around Toya, but I cannot think of a day that she showed accountability. I cannot think of that. So I'm not
Right.
saying she hasn't. I just
Right.
can't think of it right now.
Well, you're not alone. That's why I was asking, because I was really thinking when I was getting these questions. Let's see. Now, okay. The other day in the interview, when you were getting your hair done, you had us rolling, laughing. Okay. It was hilarious. You said that I'm going to mention her name again. Yes, somebody needs a sweet tea counter at this point, because you said Sweet Tea is the only one earning a check and that she's earning three people's checks. Can you tell us an initial in each of their name or their whole name? Can you tell us what you were saying and then take it back?
I honestly think you're very smart, and I think you can answer that stuff for yourself by just watching. I don't have to give you the names. You know what they are.
Well, I do. I do.
Yeah. So,
So it's
that's what it
those.
is. So, I mean, you could say whatever you want about Sweet Tea. Honestly, I think she's a sweet girl. I think she's being misled. I think she's
Mm,
green. I don't think she's as seasoned as we are, obviously. And she's just not, I'm not saying so, she's just not where we are. You saying,
yeah.
so when you bring on somebody that's new, that's green, that don't know, you can take advantage of that. And I think some people are taking advantage and they're giving her some bad advice,
Yeah.
because this show is not love and hip hop. You can't very well seriously threaten people and think
Right?
that you're going to have longevity on this show, especially somebody like Dr. Heavenly. You know what I mean? That's what
Yeah.
I think.
That's going overboard. And if they have any, if her sister's the only one that's been watching the show, shout out, then she should know that we're not doing no hands-on stuff over here. Like, it's team,
Oh
keep your
no,
hands
that's not
to
that. That's
yourself.
not that. I mean, we've had it before. However, we're not proud of it. So,
Yeah, that's
Toya
not.
and Mariah, that was the first season, and it was a lot of close calls, but nothing.
But nothing big ever again.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Now,
I would never go there. I would never go there, and I do not want our show to go completely dark. I think that,
yeah,
even though the person that's going through it may not see it funny, but I think our show is fun and funny, and you know what I'm saying. We do have the drama, but we are real friends, and we do get back together. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's what we love about Married to Medicine. You guys have it out, and then you have a reconciliation, and then you guys move on, and you're not dragging dead horses around usually season after season. I mean, aside from Toya's obvious disdain for Quad, but other than that, it
Yeah,
hasn't
and
been a
I'm almost sick of that, honestly. I
me
think they need to
too.
resolve that or something. I'm sick of seeing that. Like, I don't understand it. And I think that, honestly, I think that Toya feels like I do. Like, if you talk about my husband, that's like you can't go any past that. But then, honestly, it's based on the individual, because Sweet Tea has talked about my husband, I've talked about hers, but I'm not holding any hard feelings towards Sweet Tea at all. And I
Right.
don't know, I guess because I know her heart, and she's actually a sweet girl. She's just so gullible. And I think it was such a disservice to bring her to the camera in this situation with all these experienced women, and
Hmm.
she's just there, and it seems like bullying almost, but she's the most readable, and it's not like we're laughing with her, we're laughing at her, and she gave us something to laugh at. Like, you have to discuss what she said. So when you say it's bullying, we talk about what's on the show. If you walk in and say I'm here for the money, we're gonna
Right.
have a conversation about it. If you say, you got a country swing, and you say, yeah, this looks good, or the things that she said when she sat down with me at dinner, it's
Hmm.
interesting. Like, and yeah, I was leading the conversation. I was asking the questions, but I couldn't believe that she would say the stuff she said, or even maybe she forgot the cameras rolling. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But for her to say, yeah, a lot of stuff that Quad said was right.
Well, and we
I was
see
real
it.
concerned for her. I was real concerned for her. And the reason I said I don't think she should get married right now, I think she should wait. But that's me. People do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I expressed what I thought, and that's what we do on TV. Tell you
Hmm.
our opinions. So that's it.
Yeah. 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 Well, yours and Carlos's lives have been going freaking viral pretty much more than even the show every week. And a lot of people want you alone, like how we had you last season. But that kind of got you in trouble and they gave you an intervention because of it. So will we ever get you alone again?
I
Because
mean,
we
I
like it
did
with
go
Carlos.
live by myself alone, and I may continue to do so. That's why I tell people to follow me, because I go live when I have time. But
Yeah.
Carlos King has been I mean, I see people saying that he has an ego and all that, but y'all don't know who he is. Like, if y'all knew how Carlos is connected in this industry and how what he's brung forth to this industry, it's almost an honor that he reviews the show with me. You see? The
Right.
only thing is that we don't want to go negative in our interviews and bash our show, because he's a
Hmm.
producer, so he's thinking from a producing standpoint. But I think our show is good. I think it's still good, and it's facts that our numbers +3 +7 are better than Potomac. So that's something to be very proud of.
Oh, definitely. I just feel like they're not marketing you guys right or
Oh no,
something.
never. They never have. They never
It
will.
is,
Housewives is a machine. They market it
yeah.
all together. Married to Medicine is owned by a different production company, so it's getting a different type of marketing, and they don't have to buy. But I'm making the best, and I think other people are making the best out of the situation by marketing ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
do my own PR. I have a PR company that works with me for Dr. Heavenly University, Smiles by Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Heavenly on the show.
Right.
We get out there, we on PR, and honestly, reviewing it with Carlos King goes viral, so other people like yourself review it, and that helps our show tremendously. That's why I thank you guys for thinking enough of us to take your time to review our show, because it
Well,
helps. It really
definitely.
does.
Definitely, and that's why a lot of the bloggers that I know and content creators that I know do it is because they like it or don't like something and want to bring attention to either of those things. So in my case, it's because I like things. I'm a silver lining girl. But this has been 10 years on our TV sharing your life. And do you have like an end game? Do you have like an end date? Is there something when you and Dr. Damon check in every year? Are you guys like, okay, is this the year? Or are you just gonna till the wheels fall off on your platform?
I think that honestly, till the wheels fall off. I enjoy doing everything I do. I love Dr. Heavenly University. I love Smile by Dr. Heavenly. Now, Heavenly Beauty is a little different because I got that for my daughter. So I have some people running that store now. But
Mhm.
I love everything I'm doing. I'll do it until I feel like I don't want to anymore, or it ends
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
But honestly, I see till the wheels fall off. I don't see me not wanting to do this. And once I finish this, I think it'll be another opportunity out there for me. I just really do. And I work very hard. I think I'm very professional, you know what I'm saying? And I'm easy to
Mhm.
work with. I like, some people, and I ain't have to say that, but I think that's appreciated. And every scene I walk in, I understand that each episode costs about $1 million to make. So every episode, I'm asking the questions. I'm going to, what I'm saying, push the
Yeah.
envelope, and and bring y'all some great TV. Being myself and everybody else being itself, and bringing our real lives to you guys every
Mhm.
week.
Do you wish the other ladies would step it up the way that you step it up?
I think that everybody on the show has a different position to play on the show. For
Uh-huh.
example, like I said, when you're casting and you one person, that's how you are. I think I'm the pot stirrer. I think Jackie is the medicine of married to medicine. I think that Simone is the voice of reason. I think that Toya is the stay-at-home mom that that spends money and really don't care.
Yeah.
And then Quad is that glam girl that's out there in the
Mhm.
world. So
Mhm.
everybody has a different story or a different
Yeah.
position to play on the show, and I think all of us are equally as important.
What was the infamil for?
I'm not gonna give that because y'all got a lot of theories on the infamil, and I love hearing your theories. So I'm not really gonna say that. I haven't said it on my channel, so I just want to see the theories keep going.
On my real replacement program, it looks like an infamil little can of stuff. It's pretty much like a slim, fast looking 6 ounce shake, you know, and they're good for supplements. And look, yeah. So anyway.
I've heard a lot of stories, and they're very interesting.
Yeah, people are coming. They have great imaginations. Okay. And people only hear what they want to hear anyway, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Only hear what they want to hear. And this is a society that mass misrepresentation and mass miscommunication is easy to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I was said on my show, if you watch that show with executive produced by Michelle and Barack Obama, Leave the World
Oh,
Behind,
yes.
you could
Yes.
just throw out flyers and people gonna believe it just because they see it. It doesn't have to be true or not. So
Mhm.
that's one thing about reality TV. Whether something's true or not, people gonna believe what they want to believe, and they're gonna see what they want to see, and that's the greatness of it. And the badness of it is the same time, because the greatness of it is you guys are coming back and forth and seeing different things. And I've learned so much by just watching a TV show on how people think. A lot of people are followers. If you watch one blog and they're for Dr. Heavenly, and the people say good things in the blogs, it's in the comments, it's positive, most of them. If
Yeah.
somebody's against Dr. Heavily, the comments going to be negative. People are followers for the most part,
Mhm.
and it's interesting. That's why I don't take praise or negativity too personally, and I just try to be me. I'm not
Right.
perfect, but I'm me. So
Right. You're super humble, actually, because you like recognize your blessings and you share still.
I know
And
that God can give and God can take away, and I thank God every day that I cannot do anything without Him. So I know that.
definitely, definitely. Now, you know that got a big to do when you were mentioned in an article with the headline that you were the new Nene Leaks. How did that land for you? What do you think they're talking about? Like, yeah.
I don't think anybody can fill those shoes. I don't think anybody can fill the shoes of Nene Leaks. I'm not Nene Leaks. And not negatively saying I don't want to be, but I don't want to be. I want to be Dr. Heavenly. And
Hmm.
I think it was said in maybe a positive light, but no, nobody could fill the shoes of Nene Leaks. Nobody can fill the shoes of Dr. Heavenly. I'm a different individual. Nene is great. She's reality TV greatness. If you think of reality TV, you think of her name first, and you have to give our sister her flowers. But I'm
Yeah.
not Nene Leakes, and I humbly say I don't want to be.
Right. Well, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, there's only one Nene. Mold is broken. Shout out to Nene Leaks. We love her over
But
here.
I love that they thought enough of me to write an article.
Yeah, that was really deep, right?
Yeah.
What would your advice to your 5 year old self be to get to where you are now?
My 5 year old self. I actually did a article on my 5 year old self, and I'm trying to think of what I said. And it remains to be true. Respect yourself, believe in yourself, and I always listen to my mama. So I tell your 5 year old self to listen to your mom. She loves you, and she wants the best for you. And a lot of times we have such a power of discernment over our children, and
Yeah.
they don't realize it, but we can see things, and they think it's something new going on in the world. There's nothing new. So listen to your mom. And the last thing I would say is understand the power of compound interest. Because if you understand money at an early age and understand how many years it takes to double your money from
Hmm.
100,000, I like to use millions, 1 million to 2 million to 4 million to 8 million to 16 million. So if you
Yeah.
understand how many years it takes you to double your money through compound interest, that's some powerful knowledge. So I would
Yeah.
tell myself to understand that very well.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Yeah, you guys, the rule of 72. Check into it, okay? Or come back here later. Now, what would 5 tips be that you give these go-getter boss moms, boss women in the thing, top 5 things? I know you say 8 streams of income. We know about God's currency. We know about, diversifying the insurance, but like for character,
For
what do you
character,
think
I
five
think
musts are
I
to
think I
be?
think first and foremost, you got to put God in everything you do. You know what I mean? You're never gonna be perfect, and there's always people gonna judge you. But put God in everything you do. Secondly, believe in yourself. Nobody's gonna believe in yourself the way that you are. And when you find a partner, find somebody that loves you more than you love them. That's for a female. I'm telling you, find somebody that loves you like Christ loves the church, and I promise you that love will be reciprocated most times.
Hmm.
Um, Believe in yourself. Find somebody that love you that loves you. Um, um, don't sell yourself short, you know what I'm saying? And don't let
Hmm.
anybody, man or anything, disrespect you because you're special and you're made in God's image. Is that fine?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's wonderful. Okay. I know I've kept you for almost an hour here, and I have
It's
so many
actually
more
over an hour.
questions. Yeah, we're like an hour and a minute. I'm sorry.
Oh, we
Do you
good. No, we
mind?
good. We fine.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's just five. It's
My
5:03.
flight got delayed, so I'm just sitting here at the airport.
Oh, right on. I'm so glad that we have a minute. Can you take a couple questions from the audience if
Sure,
you don't
sure.
mind? Okay, you
Yeah.
guys, put some respectful questions in the chat and we will
They
get
don't
them
have to
to
be
Dr.
respectful. I'll
Heaven.
answer them.
Oh, look,
They
she
don't have
said
to.
they don't have to be doctors respectful, you guys.
I just can't see them, so you're going to have to tell them what
Yeah,
they
I'll
are. I
read
can
them
put
to
my
her.
glasses on.
Whatever your question, write it in the chat and Dr. Heavenly will answer it. I prefer your question in a super chat for my birthday, but if you just want to write it, it's okay because all donations are welcome. Let's see. Can Dr. Heavenly speak on how she feels? Ooh, on how Toya treats her husband.
I think I already talked about that on my live. I don't like it. I don't like it. But you have to say he's not complaining. And even if you speak up and say something like, hey, you don't treat your husband right, he's going to take up for her. So you really can't fight that battle if he's happy with it. I think he loves her dirty Charles. And I think they think it's cute that she acts the way that she does. So if they're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, right on. Matthew Evans says, why did Doc take her blurry picture with her sister down? Love you,
Because it
Doctor.
was because the people kept saying it was blurry, and I was trying to find a better picture, but I haven't been around her in years, so I'm
Yeah.
still trying to find a better picture. I have some pictures of when we were children, but I took it down because it was blurry. You know, I can't when I don't have my glasses on, I couldn't really tell it was blurry till people kept saying it. So I said, let me take it down, you know, and then
Yeah.
I'll find another one that's a better picture. I'm trying to find a better picture if I can.
When you guys were on the island and you kicked Quad off from the dinner, and then they took it the step further in the room and wanted her to just leave, what was, I felt like you kind of looked uncomfortable right then.
I did. I was very uncomfortable. However, I felt what everybody else felt. I think that a lot of points were made that Quad basically gave us her ass a kiss. I mean, but I don't think that they meant leave forever. I think that, I didn't even know if for certain she was coming because she said she didn't want to come. And it was Toya's event. And we all came in agreement. And my whole thing is based on everything that was said at that table that they did not show. And
Oh,
I think that they don't want to get into the domestic violence part of it. So they're not showing it. But that was a big part of what was said at that table. And it got very heated. And a lot of things were said. And I guess for the betterment of the trips, we all felt that Simone was our mouthpiece in that, Quad, should leave the trip. Not the group, but the trip.
oh, okay. Because I think we're going to see her again later on in the season, from what I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. And I don't know if Quad is gone forever. I don't think she is. I really don't.
Mhm.
Um, but
If you called Quad now, do you think she'd answer?
I know she would. I
Right.
actually spoke to her not too terribly long ago.
Okay. Okay. So you guys are good.
I ain't gonna say we good, but I spoke to her in Africa. It was a very emotional conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was not pleased with what was said about her in the thing.
No, in fact, I quote, she says, "Keep her name out my motherfucking mouth." That's what she said. But I'm not
Okay.
going to. But I'm
Yeah,
not
she's
going
part of
to.
the show. She's part of the
Right.
show.
So yeah. But
Yeah.
we had a heartfelt conversation. It was a lot said, but I don't want to go all the way in it. But I have spoken to Quad.
Right on. Well, that's good because we love you and Quad.
I
We
mean,
love
we've been knowing each other
your
for over 11 years. I was at her wedding, and I was there. You know, when she got a divorce, I know Quad very well.
uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
there's a there. What what happened? Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah,
hear
I was
me?
breaking up a little bit. Yeah, I can hear you
Oh,
now.
okay. I know her very well, and it's always gonna be love there for Quad. Always.
We already asked her that reading book. She did not support Martell. She only said her experience with him has not had any overly aggressive
Aggression, and it's
type
three sides to
of
every story. I don't follow this show. I don't follow.
yeah. Does Dr. Heavenly think that Mariah was behind the Dr. Jackie drama takedown? Okay. So Toya talks down to her husband. Yep, she sure does, and throws biscuits at him on
And
occasion.
I think he likes it. Obviously, he's still there.
Oh my gosh, Dr. Emily, I totally said the same thing. I was like, this must be their foreplay at this point because I think he likes it. I'm just people who don't like stuff ask for it to change mostly, but I don't know. I'm not at their house, but I think he likes it too. I really do. Will there be an international trip this season? I'm missing medical missions. Ooh, are you guys going to give back anyway?
We have to wait and see. I'm not gonna give it away, baby, but you got to wait and see that one. We got a couples trip coming up, and it's going to be what y'all want. The drama. It's gonna be there.
Ooh,
It's gonna be there.
ooh.
So,
Are you going to be involved in that drama?
what do you think?
I think that you might be at the center of the tornado.
I think you're smart.
Okay, look, I know you don't even like invoking her, but why is Big Buffy trying to get people to revoke Dr. Jackie's license? Does that lady have a job? I think that she has a focus personally that I don't know. I was kind of like 3 years is a long time. You're the one still talking about it. That's where I was. So yes, they love you, Dr. Heavenly.
Thank you.
Heavenly,
Love you too.
how is your daughter doing in school, out of state? How are you and your husband doing since she's been gone? Because yeah,
She's having the time of her life. I love that she has such close friends. They hang out every night. They spend a
yeah.
night together. They hang out. They go to parties and have. I think she's having the time of her life. I mean, it's her freshman year. She went up there early for the summer. Hopefully the partying and stuff gets old. But right now she's in party mode and she's feeling herself. She thinks she's cute.
She
And
is. I love her
and
freaking Instagram
and
is lit.
she says the campus is her runway. So they get dressed up. Her and her friends get dressed up every
That
day
is hilarious. I love
to go
it.
to
I love
class.
it.
I mean, So
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I love my daughter. She calls me 3-4 times a day,
Yeah.
and we're very close, very close.
Yes. Yes.
I think
That
I
would
know
be
things that a mother should know. So
well, that's lucky. That is a lucky relationship.
I
Okay,
agree.
Heavenly and I, birthday twins, both from Florida, attend FAMU. Can Dr. Heavenly rank the top five women from all seasons of Married to Medicine?
Number one would probably have to be Mariah. I mean, but it would have to be. I mean, that's who created the show. Number two would be Quad. Number three, I would say Dr. Jackie. She brings the medicine to Married to Medicine. Number four, I would say Simone. Number five, I'd say Toya, and heavily up in there. I'm gonna put her with number two.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say she's tied with number two.
definitely. But ever so humble, you did name five other people. That was a good list. That was a good list. Okay, they love you. You need to whoop Sweet Tea's ass. But
I
you're
would
not even,
never.
it's no, it's team keep your hands to yourself.
Nah, I
It's
would never.
team. medical license.
But the
It's
interesting thing is, there's certain people I would never argue with, on that level.
yeah,
I think she's a young girl. I feel like I should be leading her. You see what I'm saying? I should be
yeah,
guiding her, not arguing with her. You know what I'm saying? And putting that. Now, yes, we do Joan on my show, and we Joan, about her. But she's so readable. Like, I don't know where her headspace is mentally. Seriously, I shouldn't say mentally, but I don't know where she is. So I don't want to push anybody over the edge. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because when
yeah,
I saw only excerpts of that live, because people sent it to me, and it looked like she was a bit unhinged, and I don't want her to be upset. I don't know her situation. I know I love my kids. If I found out I could not have kids, or it might be a chance that I'd have a difficult time, I don't know how I would feel with these things. I've been
yeah.
so blessed that I can't imagine how she's feeling. And if Dr. G is half the man that Quad said he is, she
Mhm.
has a whole big problem of her own anyway. So I feel for her, honestly.
Yeah,
And
that's
she's trying to
amazing.
save face. They taking pictures and doing videos. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we hope they make it, definitely, because he just found out too. So yeah, there's that. Tatiana wants to know, how do you feel about Anila coming back to the show? Do you think she had a great storyline?
I think I loved her husband, Kieran.
Kira was the bomb. He was hilarious. Yeah, yeah. They love your friendship with Quad, and they love you. Period. Oh, that was to please bring Quad back. Lover. Period. Sweet Tea just did some weird story on her Instagram, some screenshots that were blurry AF, something about Dr. Damon. That girl is about to get it. Yeah, I saw some screenshots earlier, some blurry stuff. I read what I read. It's no proof in what I saw, and I'm not really entertaining it.
To me, if she was smart, she would have held that for another season. That would have
Yeah,
been, I mean, but it's been done by the best. Mariah did it to the point where I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
why drop it now? Why not wait till the season, if you get another season, to put some
If you get
information out
another
there?
season,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well,
I haven't seen the photos. Is he naked on the photo? What y'all got on the photos?
I don't know. I don't know. What's her name even? I don't know. Look, I was gonna go look, but
Was he naked?
here it is
And I'm almost so
on the
positive it ain't
stories.
nothing. I ain't even seen
Oh
it, but
yeah, no, that's just those words. It's nothing. It's nothing, Dr. Heavenly. It's
okay.
some freaking text, and the lady says that it's clickbait, you guys. If you go look at that, it's clickbait. Only thing it says is what people think is happening. It's not anybody saying, oh, well, this and this happened. They're like, oh yeah, I believe what Mariah said. That's all that says. So nothing. Yeah, she's too much. Right on, come over. Thanks for coming through. Now, the other day you did say that you're gonna set your sights higher, and who you have in the crosshairs now is none other than Phaedra. So
That was a joke. I really like Phaedra. Honestly, I love that she's a boss. She has been nothing but nice to me. She's been nothing but helpful with the ladies. She
yeah,
has been, now I don't know if that's good for reality TV, but as knowing her as a person, I can't say nothing bad about Phaedra. She's been nothing but
yeah,
good. You know what I'm saying? And when I do say stuff, I'm joking. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? But to me, she takes a joke well. Everybody has their pressure points,
yeah,
but I like Phaedra because she grown. She's not moved by a whole lot of things. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
She's
Well,
got tough
was
skin.
there any expectation when Phaedra came that is different than what your experience is with
To
her?
me, I know what everybody's saying out there in the streets because I see it. But honestly, I think that Phaedra came in the right way. She didn't come in thirsty. She didn't come in starting shit. And I think she probably had some PTSD for the situation she had on Housewives. So she wanted to feel like the girl. I think that on the other shows where they're not all black shows, she feels probably more at ease. She didn't know what she was walking into with Married to Medicine. She didn't want to take, for example, she's heard a lot of things about me. She didn't want to take that and run with it. She wanted to get to know all of us for herself, which I thought was smart. I think
Hmm.
she's fun. I think she's funny, and I think she has a lot of talent. And I'm looking forward to, the rest of the season and seasons after, seeing her talent, because she reads the girls and it's hilarious. They just haven't been showing it. They haven't been showing it. Like her reads are classic. I'm like, God.
Really? I want to see it. We
And
want
the
to see
thing I
it.
love about her reads is like when I read people, I go too deep and too low. Her
Yeah.
reads are crafty, but they not too deep. But they like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think she
Right.
definitely has a skill, and she's a very talented woman. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like her as an addition to the show. I don't know. Well, maybe it's just me. I was kind of attaching what I know from Housewives Phaedra to this experience. And so it must be me because what she's doing is okay, but I do want to see more. Like I get a lot of like faces and smirks, but not a lot of the reads that you're talking about. And I would love to get more of those because we love Phaedra's reads. Oh my God, she's on the
I
Traders
think
list.
they coming. I think they coming. I think they coming.
Yeah. Would you do a show like the Traders?
I would, yeah.
Right
I don't
on.
know what traders are. What is traders? I
Um,
don't know what that is.
it's
I
like
know
a
it's a
game
show, but I
show
don't know what
for
it is. Uh-huh.
stars. A game show for star villains, celebrity reality villains, and right now like Sheree is on there and Phaedra's on there, and you
I
do
think my
different.
name was up for traders. I just wasn't chosen to do it, but I think my name was on the thing because I heard that, I mean, I know for a fact my name was up there to do it, but they chose other people.
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of like
but I never did
Survivor
win it.
for
I
reality
didn't know what
stars.
it was. Right.
Right on. Somebody said about your sister. How are things with your sister? Has anything changed since the show?
I'm gonna update y'all on at the reunion.
Oh, right on. Okay. Yes, and people agree. She was definitely unhinged in that live. It was a lot. It was a lot.
It kind of made me feel like I don't want to send anybody over. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Mhm.
her. I don't know her, but I do know that she did have a major breakdown at that bridal shower when she found out she may not be having that wedding. I
Yeah,
had never seen anybody flip out like that, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
I just don't want to be the one to say, I took her over. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I think she's a sweet girl. I really do, and I think
Mhm.
she loves her husband.
No, for sure. And I think he loves her too. And their little videos and stuff, they look very loving and endearing to one another. And I'm glad that he found a new person. And
Yeah.
I wish Claude all the best too in that relationship over there. But now, are there any um, emotional connections that you view as mandatory to be part of the group that Quad said she didn't have with you guys? Was there like a certain number of hours she should have checked in with you guys for because it kind of felt like what everybody was saying and you've said before is that she doesn't spend a lot of time with you, but she's like in 85 countries this week.
But the interesting thing, that was never my issue. I mean, honestly, I hadn't heard from her, but we never, I mean, she's living a different life. I'm married. I have 3 kids, 5 dogs in a practice. She's living her best life, and I love that for her. My
Yeah,
only issue with her was I hadn't heard from her until she needed me. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
was kind of like, it was so obvious because I had just got off the phone with Phaedra. 2 minutes later, she calls after Phaedra told me she wasn't bringing her. You know what I mean? So I'm like, girl, I ain't heard from you all week, all year.
hmm,
So that was the issue. She felt like she had Phaedra. They were gonna bring it, with the show, and she didn't need me or anybody else. So I kind of, let her lay in that for a minute. That's what
right.
I felt. Hmm.
A lot of people are remembering you and Anila together and saying that they like that relationship,
Okay.
um, and that you guys were super funny over there on the YouTube channel. Everybody's also saying there are no receipts. Anybody can write a text saying they heard something. Exactly, Matthew. Do you miss Lisa
You don't want
Nicole?
to see the texts I have in my inbox about her. I'm saying seriously, I would never bring them up because I know people make shit up. You know what I'm saying? But there's
Yeah,
some horrible stuff. So, and I think it's for everybody. Like when you're on reality TV, the text she got, maybe she knew to this shit, but I swear for God, we get texts on everybody all the time, like
yeah,
DMs. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. Well, you don't watch another show, but on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, we have a new housewife named Monica Garcia.
I heard
Monica
she's really
Garcia,
good. I heard about her. I haven't seen the show, but I've
yes.
heard she's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh, amazing. And just a truther, just like you, tells it like it is, not putting on a lot of airs for anybody. Like, this is what you get. This is about to be what you get. So, anyway, Her story is she went from a blogger that took down Jen Shaw to becoming a housewife on Jen Shaw's show. And people are on her show are like, you shouldn't have been a blogger. You shouldn't have been a blogger. And I'm like, no, there's a lot to be said for not, they didn't find out till the finale, allegedly, that that was the case, that she was behind the same IG page that took down or allegedly helped take down Jen Shaw on that show. But Jen Shaw actually took down Jen Shaw. Duh, with what she did. Anyway, so you said you don't watch other shows, but how do you feel about blogging in general on these shows? Like, you're a blogger. Do you think there's room for more than one of you on your show? Like, do you feel like,
Yeah, I've always said that all of us should blog. It used to be a requirement of the show that we would have to write a blog. We vlog it when we do the video, the video portion, but we used to have to write a blog, like written after each show. That was the first and I think second season I was on, but they stopped that. But I think it because it's so much that you guys miss, I think everybody should do a vlog because that's just my point of view. And like when I talk to different people on the show, it's so much stuff I missed. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't in the room, I didn't see that part. Or, if we're sitting at a dining room table and it's 8 of us, I don't
yeah,
hear what's at the end of the table. You see what I'm saying? So a
right?
lot of this stuff I'm seeing for the first time. But I vlog for, I think the fans like it. I like doing it. It's almost therapy for me. And I think it actually brings more eyes to the show when you vlog. That's why I appreciate people like Carlos King and other people that help actually vlog our shows, because that's what really keeps it going.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the ones with Phaedra a lot, a lot. That has been excellent. I feel.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She came up. Well, somebody came up. It was Quad's idea, I think, to go vlogging every after every show. But I think Phaedra took the lead to do it on her page because she had the most followers. You see,
Yeah,
I think if I got 1.3, she got maybe 4.3. I don't know. I never looked. But I'm sure
yeah.
she has way more followers than that. And she had the most followers. So we felt like if we go live from her page, you know what I mean? We get more views.
Yeah, everybody's confirming there is no receipts. Yeah, they think you would be great on a show like Big Brother. Yeah, I bet you'd be good on Traders, actually. Let's see. So I don't think that there is too many things other to that we haven't gone over. I don't want the whole entire thing to be about Homegirl, because you're
What does
so
that say? Dr.
over her.
Heavenly, would you be a great big, oh, brother. I
Yeah,
see it.
you would
Okay.
be a great Big Brother. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
open to all opportunities, but I love what I do. I love making people smile beautiful. I love Dr. Heavenly University because I've been able to pace myself and learn something every time as well. But I know a whole lot because I've done a whole lot with my real estate license, insurance license, Series 65. I've bought several properties, teams of properties. I just brought a commercial property this year. So Dr. Heavenly University has been the bomb because I learned so much and I met the bankers and they walked me through it. And I was able to
yeah,
put it not in my personal name. It's just amazing, these stuff that's out there that we just as African Americans don't know, you know?
right. It's amazing. The financial literacy is lacking, financial education, only 8% in this country. It's crazy and that's why a lot of people don't even open their bills because we don't even know about the possibilities to make even more than what we're just earning at our jobs. So there's a
Absolutely,
lot of
absolutely.
different ways to make it hand over fist. You just have to be willing to get some education and learn from somebody that knows a little more than you. It's okay.
Absolutely,
It's
absolutely, absolutely.
okay.
And we need to get more into budgeting because there's so many ways you can actually get other streams. But first, you have to stop digging. You know what I'm saying? So you need to
Mhm.
get, where you stop the automatic stuff. You stop spending money, and it ain't the big money; it's the little money, the hundred
Right,
dollars that you're
right,
spending, not the thousands, because you don't do that often. But the hundred
right.
dollars over and over again, the little stuff you can stop. It's a lot of stuff you can sell. It's in your closet, those designer bags and stuff like that, and then come up and then pay off your debt, your credit cards, all that. So it's,
Right.
it's just a whole. I like to call it a one stop shop because we start with budgeting, getting your credit right, all of that. Do y'all have a dessert menu? The what? The what?
Yeah, have some birthday
Let me
cake
get
for
let
me,
me get the
please.
cheesecake. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And
Have some birthday
from
cake for me.
from A to Z and saving your money. And I will always say that God's money is the best thing. Get you some land, get you some real estate stuff that does not ever go to zero. and
Yeah.
definitely gold and silver. That's what.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Heavenly University, I'm gonna tell you again, we got a guy that gives you discounts on the gold and silver. We have a lady that does real estate that can get you a free real estate license, just a free real estate license in her brokership. We have a
Yeah.
banker that can get you money without anything down. And I know you know all this as well. And then we
Yeah.
got a lady that's been doing insurance for 20 plus years. They can tell you everything and they walk you through it in our 90-day accelerator course.
Exactly. You guys need to check that out. And aren't you having some kind of women's summit or something?
Yeah. We have what we call FemFest. It's in Birmingham during Women's International Week. We got a lot coming up, and you'll see that more and more as you go forward. Yeah, it's good,
Excellent.
good
Excellent. I'm
stuff.
looking forward to hearing more about that.
Yep.
Always helping the people. So the reunion is going to be in a couple of in next week. You're shooting the reunion.
Yeah.
Right on. Have you already got your dress and everything together, or do you know you
Yeah, I
do?
have. No, yeah, I got it.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
You
I
know
can't
what?
wait.
Honestly, when I first started doing, reality TV, I didn't realize how important it is for y'all. The dressing, the fashion. It's important to y'all. To me,
Oh
it has
yeah,
never been. It's never been. That's never been my thing. I know my hair look messed up. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm there in the scene, I'm performing, but I didn't even know my hair was pulled back like that. I didn't even probably cared, but I have to be more conscious of that. And I say it every year, but it seems like every year I can get one of it right. I might get the outfit right, but my makeup be off or my hair be off. It's hard
yeah,
for me to get all three. But we gonna pray for me here.
yeah. Well, I thought you were best dressed and very elegant looking 3 times so far. So, and it's not just because I'm a Heavenly's angel. It's because I didn't. Yeah, I just liked your style that those
Yeah,
couple of
I'm sure
times.
somebody helped me. I'm sure. But
Has
see,
anybody
mhm.
talked about Mariah ever coming back?
I don't think she will.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people love her and wish she could come back. We miss her. We miss her. We don't know what happened. We weren't on the show. They didn't show us. They left it on the
It's
editing
it's
floor or
it's
whatever.
it's political. It's political. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, and that's the things you're not supposed to talk about at other people's dinner tables. Politics and religion.
No, I'm saying yeah. Yeah.
How's Dr. Jackie? We love her. I love her. And I know you love
Actually,
her.
actually, Jackie's coming on the trip with me tonight. I'm looking for her. She should be pulling up pretty soon. I got here a little early, but Jackie's amazing,
Yeah.
amazing,
I was glad she
amazing.
finally posted again the other day for Founders Day. I was like, yes, you
Yeah,
know, because we can't, nothing, don't let this stuff get to you. And I didn't believe all of those reports all of a sudden. Like, dude, like, really?
yeah.
Like,
That was a lot.
eventually
That's why
some
I
of
said
them.
I think it was something or someone behind it.
Hmm. Hmm. And we did see 2 people join up recently that could have been those people to do something like that because, yeah, Salty is as Salty does on occasion. I'm not sure what happens. I'm not sure. But look, that was letting me know that we're right at an hour and a half here. And I don't want to keep you
All
forever,
right.
but I would love to stay on the phone with
I
you until
appreciate you.
Dr. Jackie comes and be like, hi, Jackie. But let you have your dessert. Thank you so much for coming on. I hope you guys tune in to the rest of Married to Medicine on Bravo Sundays and check out the rest of the season. 4 more episodes, and then they're going to have their reunion, which they're taping this week. And she was really honest with us. She talked to us about everything, everything. She did. She didn't. She only didn't answer like 3 questions, but we're smart and we know who she was talking about. Okay, at least I
All
do.
right.
At least I think
All
I
right.
do.
Well, y'all have a beautiful evening. Thank you so much, and thank you again for just watching, and thank you for having me. Okay. Y'all
Of
have a good
course.
night.
Okay, Dr. Heavenly. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye. Okay, you guys, that was our second interview with Dr. Heavenly here on Larger Curves. Do that. I have my blue bra on under here. Um, and I hope you guys liked that. I hope it was informative. I hope it was like, you know, awesome for you guys. I hope she answered some questions you needed to know. We talked about Sweet Tea. We talked about the show. Toya's never taken accountability, you guys. I'm not tripping. I didn't think so either. But yeah, right on. Let's see. Oh, right on. Yeah, Buffy, right? Thank you so much, my mayor. Right on. Allie from Miami was in the house. Dina, the explorer. Thank you for being here. Oh, don't let her see you eating the cheesecake. Yeah, it was like a nice little discussion. I wanted to be all over the place instead of just like, like in just a regular conversation. And I'm usually like, squirrel. Yes, I appreciate you all for being here. I hope you smash my like button, smash my subscribe button, and ring my bell on your way in or on your way out so you can get notified next time I upload a video and so you can become part of this beautiful, curvy community that we're growing over here in the YouTube streets, y'all. Okay, like I said, it's my birthday week, so I'll be back later. Probably tomorrow, and we'll have like a little birthday party, something maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And yeah, I appreciate all of you curvies. I appreciate your time. And look, you guys go out, shine your light, be bright. Remember, there's enough to go around, y'all. There's enough to go around, so get to it. All right? Okay, hope you guys had fun.